Hey everybody, this is Scotty Alexander, and you're listening to my buddy, not always the sanest person in the room, but nonetheless, my friend Jody Lee on The Morning Ride.
Star Ranch at Texas Homegrown Studios. It's The Morning Ride.
Oh, that's right. The Morning Ride brought to you by Cannonball Insurance, Wally Disposal, and Brazos River Air Conditioning. Because if you need an AC,
call Weesey.
Man, time has flown by this morning.
That's the truth.
We were taking a break, and I realized we only got time for like one more segment.
Oh, go on, man.
It used to drag by. It's something about this new studio, I think. You know, live
That's
from
great.
Rockstar Ranch and Texas Homegrown Studios. Which, by the way, man, you've been recording some really cool stuff in here. I can't wait to get some of it on the air.
Heck yeah, man.
That's gonna be fun.
Got some great people in here,
Yeah.
and it's moving right along. I'm real excited about
Got
that.
some new artists and some big artists, and you never know who's going to pop in and record something. And we're going to have lots of live guests popping in for the morning show.
That's right.
Now out here at the ranch, it's so much easier. I could cook us breakfast one morning. You know, we got the coffee on. We're not in town, man.
Like, man, I don't want music to be something I got to go to town for. Man.
I need to get that clip off of Todd Snyder. That's great.
That's
stuff.
awesome. Get old Todd Snyder. You know he's my cousin.
Is he?
No.
Dang it! Why do I fall for that every time?
I don't know.
Every
I
time.
feel like I can't help but say it. It's funny because I moved out here and found out I got a lot of cousins.
Sonny
out here.
said you can't say that in Hogtown because everybody's related.
Oh, man, I might have some cousins there, too.
I was talking to him during the break, Sonny, and he said, yeah, his neighbor had a tree fall on his roof, fall into his house.
Yeah.
I said, what happened? What did you do? And he says, I think he's just going to decorate it for Christmas.
Oh, man, that's what you do. You know, one time we had this bad storm going. I'm from the hill country, you know, out in Llano County, and we had a bad storm come through, and I seen a truck driving through town that had a limb lodged in the roof. Like, you could tell a big
Like
limb
it grew into it? Or
No,
it
you could
fell?
tell that a limb fell on the cab of this truck, and it got kind of like sandwiched in by the sheet metal of the truck, and like kind of grabbed onto it. And so they just sawed it off on either side and drove into town to get what they had to get. But I mean, we had like, you know, those what do you call them? Those force winds, high force winds or whatever. Some big old broken branch.
Wind Force One?
Whatever.
Air Force
yeah,
One?
The things you see in Llano County.
I got to find something real quick.
What you looking for?
I had somebody ask me about a segment. We've been trying to do some segments this morning that we hadn't done in a long time. It's been a while. It took us way longer to get the internet than we thought. So
That's true.
appreciate everybody being patient. So I've been trying to throw in some stuff. We did the things that make you go, that's a big one, right? Let's see here. All right. I think we can do this. So I had somebody ask me, he said, what about the dumbest criminals? You haven't done the dumb criminal of the day.
Oh, man.
So I was like, yeah, we could probably do that. Well, let's see if I can find a good one here. You know, there's never a shortage of dumb criminals.
That's true.
But the weirdest part is, it seems to a lot of them that they end up being in Florida. And I don't plan it that way. I really don't.
People are going to think you
But-
just have something against Floridians.
I really don't. But there's actually a site that's called Florida Man. And it's because there's so many dumb things that happen.
Is that right?
Yeah. And so there's like, you can actually Google it. If you Google Florida man, it pulls up a bunch of weird stuff that happens in Florida. Like
serious?
Like the guy that went to the drive-thru and threw an alligator through the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's just like a lot of weird stuff that happens in Florida.
All right.
So anyway, this one I don't think is. I don't know. I found one, but we'll do it. Here is the dumbest criminal of the day.
And now for today's dumb criminal.
Anything you can do, I can do dumber. I can do anything dumber than him. No, you can't. Yeah, I can. No, you can't. Yeah, I can. Anything you can do, I can do dumber.
It's worth it just for the song, I think.
I love that.
All right, let's see.
Is that the Beastie Boys?
No, I don't think so. Oh my goodness. All right, let's do. I didn't like that story, so I had to switch it real quick.
Hard.
Here's some that people have sent me. I'm just gonna pull up. If you have a dumbest criminal story, be sure to send it to us because we like to share your stories just as much as finding our own. This guy actually used to be a police officer. He says, I used to be a police officer, and a guy on my platoon pulled over a lady for running a stop sign or something minor. She didn't have her license on her, but said that he could come with her to the house, which was just a block away, and she let him come in and see the driver's license. So they go in the apartment, and she was growing weed using botanicals all over her house. He said this was when, I guess wherever he was, the marijuana is legal now, but back then it wasn't. And she got in a ton of trouble, and he had to go walk through the entire house. Some of the plants were taller than him, and he's 5'11". I don't have my license, but you can come to my house.
Just come to my house, man. Hey,
don't mind the weed.
You've
I'm just looking for my license.
You've looked at licenses before, but have you ever looked on a license on weed, man?
There was a Judge Judy episode where this woman was.
She was fierce, man. She's like a
Judge
Viking.
Judy, man. My dad loves Judge Judy.
She gets after people.
My dad's like, I had to stay with him for a while. He's watching this morning, but I had to stay with him.
What's up, Ricky?
I had to stay with him for a while after my surgery, after my coma stuff, you know. And he loved Judge Judy. I couldn't stand her. He's like, why don't you like Judge Judy? I'm like, because she reminds me of people I used to date. I don't want people talking. I don't want to listen to her talk to people that way. That's how I got talked to.
Mean, dude.
She was mean. There was an episode, though, where this woman was suing two men because they stole her purse, and they deny it. And when stating what was in the purse, she mentions earphones or something, and one of the guys interrupts and goes, there was no earphones in there.
Oh, but there's your sign.
Yeah. There was a similar episode on People's Court. Remember that one? People's Court?
Oh, yeah.
And like the guy that talked to the people that came out is the guy that does the that TV show where they talk trash about all the celebrities now.
Oh, yeah. What is that called?
TMZ.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he was the guy that interviewed him after, like, so how do you think it went? You know. But there was People's Court. Judge Wapner is hearing the case of a couple accused by their next door neighbor of stealing a kinetic art sculpture from his yard. The couple professed their innocence, and the neighbor admits he has no evidence beyond the couple frequently complaining about the sculpture. The judge tells the neighbor he cannot rule in his favor and raises his gavel. And just as he starts to bang the gavel, the husband of the accused couple goes, well, Your Honor, I'll tell you why we did it.
Wow.
Right when he was about to be like, it's fine. Look, we can't prove it.
Wow.
I'll tell you why.
I'll tell you why we did it. I have to say this.
Dumb
on TV.
criminals, man. It was a burglar in Australia broke into a couple's home, and on the way out, noticed they had a very well-stocked bar of alcoholic drinks. And he saw some he had never tried before. He found Alzo, chili-flavored beer from Texas, single malt scotch, you name it, of what kind, probably, So he decides to sample this Bonanza, and when the owners came home, he was passed out drunk on the floor.
Oh my god.
He's like, I'm going to steal all their stuff.
He must have been
Beer
ADD.
from Texas.
He must have been ADD. He just like forgot what he was doing, and he's like, man, I want to hang out for a while.
He's like stealing all their stuff, and he sees beer from Texas. He goes, oh, hello, mate. What's wrong with this? What's wrong?
Try this.
Yeah.
Crikey, mate.
Crikey.
That's good. I hope there's no spiders in
It's
here.
one of the most dangerous beers in Texas.
Oh, I'm gonna drink it.
There you go. That is our dumbest criminals of the day. Always makes me feel better about myself.
Oh man. Well, I have a dumb criminal story.
What's that?
When I was about 19, I think it was actually on my 19th birthday. I went down 6th Street, went down in there and went to a place called Maggie Mae's. I don't know if it's even still there. And went up to the top deck and started drinking.
Tell this story.
Started drinking with my buddy, and we went, and had probably a whole bunch of 7-7s and beers, I decided to, get way past my limit there, and went ahead and peed right off that balcony, right onto the street on 6th Street. Got kicked out of the bar, 'cause I was kind of to that point where I just, didn't care where I was, I'm from the sticks, so I like to just, you gotta pee, you just gotta pee, and you outside anyways. So then I got kicked out of there and went down the road, and then I urinated on a cop car too, and then I jumped up and down on the hood and vandalized it and stuff, and then I fell asleep on top of it.
That was dumb.
Yeah, that was a dumb criminal moment.
You shouldn't tell one on yourself. We're supposed to just tell them on the other people.
Yeah, but I like to throw myself under the bus every so often for y'all's enjoyment.
Good
But
job.
yeah, went to court for a long time for it too. Like 2 years, I kept going and getting like court dates delayed, and then in the end, I found out it was all true. Because I thought it was all BS. I just woke up in jail, thought like, no, man, I didn't
That
do
didn't
all that.
really happen.
But then they wheeled a little TV out and
you
everything.
got to watch it.
Yeah, showed me vandalizing that cop car, and it was an unmarked car.
I'm glad people don't show me videos of the dumb stuff I've done. I mean, think about how much stuff we got away with in our younger days. Now, I don't know how
I don't
anybody
know if
gets
I
away
got
with
away with
anything.
any of it.
Everybody's always videoing everything. Like, if two people are killing each other, no one's going to help anyone because they're too busy videoing it to put it on social media. Like, for real. Like,
true.
they're like, look, this old lady's getting mugged. They're videoing. I'm like, help the
Getting
lady.
different angles and
I'm like,
stuff.
help the lady. And they're like, no, I got to get the video.
I'm
like,
filming
it's
it.
crazy.
It's just gonna get me 1,000 likes in 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's crazy what our world has become.
Yeah.
I think it's time to go, though. We're at the bottom of the coffee pot, and I just realized that I have that coffee we came up with. Remember
Scoldgers.
Scoldgers. Where was that at? It was in Coleman.
That's right.
We got some coffee, and then, I mean, it was like
Grit.
bottom of it was just freaking. And I took a drink, and Jim, because you got coffee grinds all in your teeth. I was like, Scoldgers, when you need a dip and a drink of coffee at the same time.
That's that coffee tastes like popcorn.
Scoldgers. Best part of waking up.
Scoldgers in your cup. Don't forget the napkin.
You just spit back in there and drink it again to recycle it.
Yep, it's time to go.
Yeah, I think so. That's French kiss roast.
But you'll never have a problem with long relationships or worms.
That's right. Get
Copenhagen. Do
What
yourself
a favor. Hey, tune in tomorrow. We'll be back, and maybe not as rusty.
That's right.
Maybe a little weary, but not as rusty.
I knew it was coming.
We'll catch y'all on the other side. Until then, Jody Lee
And Jay Bridges.
saying, take it easy, and if it's easy,
Put popcorn on it. Dang, that
I thought you were gonna.
I don't know.
I
where
really
went
thought you
with
were
that.
gonna say something about Scoldgers.
Scoldgers. Yeah, no, my brain just went.
See you on tomorrow morning.
Adios.